around for 12 and a half years, and it finally feels like country music is starting to love me back.
Lainey Wilson used the same words when she accepted her ACM Awards earlier this year. But why does a record-breaking artist feel that she didn't get the love she wanted or deserved from country music earlier in her career? Let's find out as we take a look at 4 things you need to know about Lainey's journey from struggle to stardom. Number 1. She left legends behind at 2023 CMA Awards. Lainey Wilson swept up 5 awards, matching the one-year record set by Johnny Cash in 1969 and later equaled by Vince Gill in 1993 and Alan Jackson in 2002. This also sets a new one-year record for a female artist, surpassing the previous record of 4 wins in one evening, held by Alison Krauss, Taylor Swift, and Miranda Lambert. Just 1 year after being named New Artist of the Year, Wilson clinched the coveted Entertainer of the Year award. Only Garth Brooks has achieved this feat before, with his rapid rise from Horizon or New Artist Award in 1990 to Entertainer of the Year by 1991. She also became the first female artist to take home the top honor of Entertainer of the Year, since Taylor Swift's win over a decade ago in 2011. Number 2. Early on, she was considered too country for country. Before the success, there was a lot of grind. Wilson began knocking on doors in Nashville back in 2011, and no one was opening them, and that was due in part to just how country she was. It's hard to imagine, but at that time she was considered too country for country music. She once said in an interview on Parade, "When I moved to Nashville, I was, all right, here we are, I'm in country music city. And then I realized after I met a lot of people that nobody talks like me. It was like I was the countryest one there, which really blew my mind." Even as per her manager, the too country criticism remained a roadblock. Executives didn't get her, and some wondered whether her southern twang was even real. She once said, "Sometimes doors were slammed in my face and my feelings got hurt, but that didn't mean I was hanging it up." Wilson can thank the bro country backlash from mid-2010s that marked listeners' desire for more traditional country sound. Chris Stapleton swept the 2015 CMAs, signaling the industry felt the same way. Number 3. She lived in a camper for 3 years. After moving to Nashville, she didn't have a place to stay and lived in a camper in a friend's yard for 3 years. She only had one connection in Nashville when she moved here, and he was kind enough to let her park her camper in his studio parking lot. "I moved here in August of 2011. There was a guy from my hometown, his name was Jerry Q. Pitt. He had some success in the 90s with Ken Mellons, Kevin Sharp. Her grandfather had given Jerry a few $100s back in the 70s to help him move to Nashville, and Jerry returned the favor by letting her use the studio parking lot for 3 years. She also spoke about some tough times living in the camper. Cold winters, sleeping in 3 jackets and 3 pairs of socks to stay warm. But it also had some positives, and that takes us to number 4. She met Luke Combs while living in the camper and wrote for him. Luke Combs was another aspiring artist back then, and he started coming over to her trailer to write songs. The two became good friends during their early years, trying to make it big in the music industry. She added, "We've written a handful of songs together, and he ended up cutting one of my own called Share If You Want To, and I was singing background vocals on it, but that was still not enough for me to get a publishing deal. But it took me 7 years before I even got a publishing deal." It takes a while for artists who want to make it in the music business, but it's nice to see it pay off for people like Lainey, who made the sacrifices and put in the work and did things the right way. Which is your favorite Lainey Wilson song? Let us know in the comments section. Please do like the video and subscribe to Country Beat Daily.